All right, hey everybody, RV Enthusiast here. Nice seeing you again. Hey, today we are out on the Ocelot Pro by Magicycle. We got a couple of errands we're doing. Let's see, PAS1, starting the trip at 18.1, so I don't know how far I'm going to go. I definitely have errands. This is going to be a three-part video. First part will be the errand and getting to a destination. Then there will be a part two that most people will see. Then I have a little project I have to do that you probably won't see for months, but that's kind of where we're at. That's what we're doing. Yeah, so this is the first time I've been on the Magicycle Ocelot Pro in a minute. A long minute, actually. So, yeah, I got a lot of little projects lined up and a lot of other projects going. And one of my projects got canceled on me. It's okay. You know, seems like it'll happen eventually. But when, I don't know. So, it is what it is. All right. Highway looks pretty empty today, and what I can see, my camera keeps wanting to slip down. You probably can't see it off the invisible stick because I have it at an angle, so I moved it. Yeah, that looks better. All right, we're going to turn the corner. First thing we got to do is I got some Christmas cards I got to drop off at the post office, and a sympathy card and a birthday card. So a few things to do. Then we'll find a place to, probably the church. I was going to do this a lot longer today, but I got my granddaughter to watch today, and the wife's going to take a lunch time and watch her so I can take this bike ride. So, yeah, but she worked last night really late, so she could even take more time if she wanted. Yeah, she's a bit of a workaholic. So the battery was not a full charge, fairly full. I've had a couple miles on it and haven't charged it in a while, haven't recharged it. So, you know, this battery, mine drains real fast at the top and then cuts out at the bottom of the battery. I think I can adjust the battery percentages to make that more accurate. I got the Exnito helmet on, got the light on. I remembered for the first time to put the light on before I even started. Not wearing the mask today, and the only thing a little bit cold on me is my throat a little bit. It's in the 40s, and it's not a bad ride. And I'm surprised how warm I am everywhere. Nothing is cold. Yeah, so I was going to take the Jaguar Undi, but it doesn't have a rack, so I couldn't put anything on it, and I'm carrying my little camera stuff on the back rack. So yeah, I was really looking forward to riding the Jaguar Undi, and I actually might ride it tomorrow. But the Ocelot got the nod today. This is the greatest little post office. It's never busy, never more than just a one or two in the line waiting for stuff, and they're pretty polite, really. Some are a little not, but that's okay too. So now I want to find a spot where I can chat a minute, and then we'll get back on the road. I was thinking about, like I said, riding to the church, and let's go that way. I think that's a good spot to do my place, to do my project. Yeah. Then I can stop, pull over, take a break. Yeah, so This is a fast bike. Look how fast. It's not sped up or anything. I think I'm doing about 26.5 miles an hour. Yeah, not pedaling much right here. I did pedal. So I want to tell you straight up, I am voiceovering this video. A lot of scratching in the video. I think the last time I took this out, my if you remember, the lapel mic fell onto the ground, and I don't know if it's damaged. It seems okay now, but on this ride it definitely was scratchy, and of course the wind noise on the 360 camera is horrible, so couldn't use that video. And you hear all the bike noise too, pretty bad. So you guys know I'm doing a maintenance series on bikes right now, and I'm doing it for another company, and as soon as that's done, I think I'm going to move over to some other maintenance videos on other bikes. So I have a bike that I need to replace a spoke on, so I need to do that. I got some hand grip I need to change out on that same bike. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's my wife's bike, the Kokoff, so it's an older bike. Yeah, but I need to fix it. Yeah, it's such a beautiful day. Look at that beautiful blue sky with the clouds. The only thing different about this and any other day is it's cold and windy. A little bit of wind, not terrible wind, but of course when you're doing 20-something miles an hour, 22 miles an hour, that wind in your face is cold. Yeah, and I think when I get back, when I get to the church, I'll put the mask on. Yeah, so I've got, you saw I just did a review on one bike, and I got a few other bikes coming, and I have one that's in the garage right now, still in a box. I've got a special way I want to unbox that and just make it a little more different. Anyway, so we'll do that, and probably somewhere around, sometime after Christmas. Yeah, they're not in a rush, so I'm going to take my time on it and do something I think a little bit different than I've ever done. So, but it's a cool bike, man. It's a bike that I've never had or even similar to. So I think you guys will be interested in a very cool bike. Pretty expensive bike too. So, and then there's another one coming. I can't say much about it. It's going to be a very cool bike as well. It's, I can't say anything, but you guys will be blown away by it. So I'm pretty excited about that. And like I said, the other bike that was supposed to come in a few days ago didn't come in. I emailed my contact, and they told me that they are sold out, and that when it gets back in stock, they'll send one to me. We'll see. We'll see. So, you know, I'm not going to sweat it. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. You know, it's just the way it is. Anyway, I'm going past right now the Bark Dust place, and the Douglas fir just smells really good. Yeah, and it looks like they fixed this road a little bit. Not great, but they fixed it. Usually when you get up onto the asphalt from the dirt, from the gravel, it's a big and bumpy. But it's pretty good right now. Yeah, I got to adjust my seat a little bit. Nope, not my seat. I'm adjusting my camera gear. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons you need tools with you to, if your fingers or your hands can't turn it hard enough, you got to turn it a little harder, and a little tool might be helpful. Yeah, blew right through that stop sign. Didn't even think about it. Yeah, so I'm changing gears right now. Now in PAS3, doing 18 miles an hour, just a little over, about 18.3. So that's kind of where we're at right now with our projects. Got a lot of maintenance Mondays to go. I think I got about 2 more videos, and yeah, one of my subscribers suggested that I do a video on repairing a flat tire on the back tire without removing the tire. And because my last 2 videos I did, or my last videos I did how to change a tire while it's on the bike, well, how to fix a flat. So I think on the back tire of one of my next videos, I'll do a flat tire fix without removing the tire on the back, because on the front it's easy, but on the back it's a little more challenging. Yep. Hey, the toilet's still sitting there. Nobody's moved it. Yeah, look at that sky. Phenomenal. Yeah, it's not quite 30, in the 30s. I think it's about 42 right now. Yeah, it's really nice with the contrast of the dark trees and the light sky, and I just really like it. It's real pretty. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a couple of rides in before the end of the year. I think what I'm going to have to start doing is I'm going to have to start judging. I can really only ride on Mondays if the granddaughter doesn't come. But I can ride Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Thursdays I watch her, so I can't do it on Thursdays. And now Mondays it seems like I'm getting her a little more often than not. So, yeah. So that's the way that is. Anyway, so Richard Mitchell kind of looks like your roads, doesn't it? Richard Mitchell is Rip One Outdoors. So if you watch his videos, you see he rides a lot of country roads. His country road's a little different than my country roads, and his temperature's a little different than my temperature. So he gets to ride, yeah, with a long sleeve shirt on. He doesn't have to, but he gets to. That's his cold weather gear. So, yeah. So that's where we're at right now. Let's see. So I think, yeah, Richard gets to ride in beautiful weather. Me, not so much. Russ is right, not so much. Eric Hernandez, not so much. But yeah, and I don't know about Jeremy McIntosh. He's in North Carolina, South Carolina. I think South Carolina, but I think he's got some better weather than we do, and I think he gets to probably ride more. We're going to take a right, and we're going to head down this road maybe a couple of miles, and then we'll be at the church. So when you turn the corner with a 360 camera, you've got to do like a 2 or 3 point turn. That just doesn't happen. So what you do is you, in post-editing, you have to kind of turn points to get around a corner so it looks smooth. And you'll see once in a while my left mirror, my right mirror will show, and that's probably because I didn't take a few enough points to get around that corner. So, but it's okay. It doesn't bother me at all. And if you look, you can see the mountains in the background. You can see some snow up there, and yeah, the snow is it's beautiful, but you know it's a lot colder up there. So. Where you're looking out and you can see snow just over those mountains, you're in about 55 miles from Seaside and Cannon Beach, Oregon, and that is the coast of Oregon and the Pacific Ocean. So let's talk about my gear. I'm wearing the gear that I have worn in the past, that I showed you what my winter gear is. I'm wearing a t-shirt underneath. I'm wearing shorts underneath the pants, and I got my gloves on. Right now, all my fingers, I'm, 4 miles into this and 4 or 5 miles into this, and everything's very warm, except for my neck a little bit. That's okay. I think when I turn around, I'll put the mask on, and we'll see if that changes anything. I'm sure it will, and I think the rest of this week's going to be a little bit colder, so I'll probably wear all the gear. Yeah, right now I'm doing about 25, so yeah. Even when you're editing on this, you have to turn these corners. You got to pick points to turn the corners. So the editing on these are a little bit, you'll see me wander a little bit over there, and then you'll see me wander back to the middle. That's because I'm re-choosing the point to edit. So now I'm going straight. When you're going straight, I don't have to edit that. I just tell it go, and it goes straight. It's around corners, turns, and then if I want to take the camera and tell it to look at me, you've got to stop it, pick a point, turn it, and face it to it, and then go, and then it'll look like it'll swerve and like it's turning to panning to look at you. That's all done post-editing. Yeah. So, yeah. Also, I'm getting, with some of the other reviews, hey, what about the batteries in these things? I have watched videos where there's been a $6,000 one-day-old electric bike that caught fire because of the battery. You got battery shorts, you got a bunch of other things going on. So it can be anything: overcharging, drawing too much current while you're riding. Maybe you made a modification and you're drawing, 30 amps or 20 amps because your controller allows that, but maybe your battery only allows 20 amps. Well, if you're trying to draw more than it's got, it's gonna create a fire hazard. So it could be a lot of different things, but yeah, and it's no specific. You'll see a lot more from China, because China produces 95% of all e-bikes and all e-bike batteries. So of course they're going to have a higher rate, at least what looks like a higher rate to you. It's only because there's so many more of them in the country. So when a German company makes one, they're making 1 or 2% of all e-bikes. So of course they're not going to have the numbers. You're not going to see the numbers as bad. Yeah. So anyway, here we are coming up to the church, and we'll just end this video here, and we'll start a new video on the way back. What a beautiful church, though. I love it. Yep. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks for joining me today.